Hello everyone! You may think that women feel less sexual pleasure than men because it is usually men who seek sexual pleasure more than women. However, women's sexual pleasure is much greater and much stronger than men's sexual pleasure by nature. Men's sexual pleasure is recognized only when sensory stimulation through vision, hearing, smell, taste, and touch exists. Men's sexual pleasure disappears the moment sensory stimulation disappears. On the other hand, women can amplify the sensations from sensory stimulation into feelings in my mind and can feel them in their body again even after the stimulation stops. Also, men have only limited erogenous zone in their body, but for women, all their body parts can be erogenous zone. Women's feelings in my mind can amplify the sensory stimulation and make them feel pleasurable sensations for much longer time than men after having sex. Misunderstanding about women's sexuality leads women to develop sexual sensations at the surface level. Women can develop sexual sensations and sense more sexual pleasure by accumulating sexual information to have more zest habits. Women who don't have much sexual information may not be able to sense as much sexual pleasure as women who have more sexual information as their zest habits. However, it is quite dangerous for women to train themselves for the purpose of enhancing sexual functions or sexual pleasure. By design, women protect their mind by not overly pursuing sexual pleasure or pursuing in distorted ways. As women begin to pursue sexual pleasure per se without understanding the operational mechanism of human mind and sexuality, and without being able to activate zest energy positively from inside, they become to lose love and happiness, including maternal love. Training for or pursuing sexual pleasure at the surface level destroys the balance in human mind and zest mind. Such distorted, dangerous actions include studying on sexual pleasure, physical training, or surgeries. The most important point is that the essence of women's sexuality is not about whether they have sexual pleasure or not. Some women may recognize great sexual pleasure and others may sense only marginal sensations. The same woman may feel differently for every sexual action. The most important thing is whether they can activate sexuality in the right way instead of the distorted way to generate love and happiness in their mind and human relationships. Operating sexuality in the right way will naturally be accompanied by great sexual pleasure without pursuing sexual pleasure per se. Any adult woman can build true sex ability regardless of age. Even women who have no knowledge and information on sex or have no interest in sexuality at all can learn about the operational mechanism of human sexuality and safely operate their sexuality to generate love and happiness as well as sexual happiness in a true sense.